Greetings with love and peace through YAHUSHA Messiah, my Master, the Son of living Elohim, in whom his Father, Yahweh, did delight, the faithful servant. And he said about him, hear him. This is my Son, the beloved, in whom I did delight. YAHUSHA is the Word which was in the beginning, was with Elohim, and is Elohim. What's happened in the body of believers? Should I call believers, brothers and sisters, who don't know who YAHUSHA is and who his Father is, and claim they do know? YAHUSHA said that only he can reveal who the Father is and who he is. He also said that he is the one who came down from heaven, and no one else knows about those matters which are from above except him. And I want to read for you from 1 Corinthians 15, verse 45. And so it has been written, the first man, Adam, became a living being, the last Adam, a life-giving Ruach. YAHUSHA said in John 6, that the flesh does not matter at all. Those words he is speaking are Ruach and life, or you can say differently, which means the same, life-giving Ruach. So how he can be a man which is from this world, of this flesh, of dust, as you are, like many of you claim? There are so many different doctrines. And whoever says that YAHUSHA is not from above, but from dust, has the spirit in him, which is the spirit of anti-Messiah. Because we need to believe that he came from above, that he is the Son of living Elohim. The Word became flesh and tabernacle among us. He is not your brother unless you will receive him to yourself. You will believe in him not only by confessing him, but also your heart shall receive him. That confession is the knowledge of who YAHUSHA is. YAHUSHA said you only can know who he is and who his Father is if you receive YAHUSHA to yourself, who is the life-giving Ruach. We need that life-giving Ruach to be in us. That's why YAHUSHA says, follow me. We need to receive him, we need to follow him inwardly. Without the life-giving Ruach, we cannot do anything. We are useless. As YAHUSHA says, I am the true vine, you are the branches. Stay in me, and you will bring much fruit. If you don't stay in me, you cannot bring anything which is good, and you will be dried up and thrown to the furnace to be burned. Why those kind of doctrines are coming? Different doctrines. But first I want to address this one. When someone says that YAHUSHA is his brother, this is grandiosity. It's the spirit of pride which is in man, which dwells in the heart, stony heart of man. Because the heart of stone, this is the alarm for you. Wake up. The heart of stone, the prideful heart, will deceive you and put you at the same level as Yahusha is in your mind. This is what the devil was actually aiming. That's why he was thrown down from the place where he was. And now he is trying to push that idea into men. When men will be equal to the one who is from above. Yahusha is not the same as the Father, yet he came from him, he is one with him, he is the same substance. And I gave you that comparison to the ocean. When we take some water from the ocean, we put in a little bucket, it is still the same water from the ocean. It's not different water. It is one with the ocean. Even so, we separate that water from it, but we can put it back where it came from, and it will be one. So it's with Yahusha, and there is nothing impossible to YAHUSH. That's why his word became flesh and tabernacle among us, because this is possible to him. He also can be called the mouth of YAHUSH, as the word says, I will open my mouth in parables, and that is in Psalms. Yahusha is also seen as the arm of redemption in Yeshayahu 53, Isaiah 53 verse 1. He is the arm which saves for Elohim, for YAHUSH, and this is also in Yeshayahu. The arm which saves for me, YAHUSH speaks. Yahusha is the fulfiller, the doer of his Father will. He is the redemption, the 10 commandments which are living, the Torah which shall be engraved upon your heart. So how he can be like you or I if he is the Ruach? It wasn't a flesh like your flesh or my flesh. His flesh is divine. The origin of his flesh is not of this world, is not from dust. It looked the same, but it wasn't originated from here. So it wasn't a phantom either. Many are throwing baby with the bath because of their religions, of different denominations and all the corruption. But if you have no discernment, if you have no set apart Ruach in you, how you can have the truth revealed to you? How you can discern what is good and what is not good? How you can discern from lies and know where the truth is? Others who say that Yahusha and YAHUSH, they are the same person. And again, you cannot read. Can't you read the scriptures? How is that Yahusha will speak about his Father, that he is greater than him? Because the words Yahusha speaks are the works of his Father. Yahusha is the work of Elohim, because the word of Elohim equals the work of Elohim. That is the passage when sons of Zabdi raised the petition to Yahusha to sit one on the right and one on the left in his reign in heaven. And Yahusha answered them, saying that it's not in his hands to decide, because his Father gave those places to those who meant to take them. Wait, why he says that? Why he points to his Father, that the Father did make the decision who will sit on his right and on his left in his reign? And when he says he's going back to the Father, what's the point if he is the Father? Why he will say that? So, or you cannot read, or there is some spirit in you which distorts the readings, or maybe your eyesight isn't right. There are also those who neglect Yahusha altogether and only speak about Yahweh, saying that because they are one and the same person, that Yahusha's name should not be even mentioned. Yahusha means Yahweh saves, and points at the Father. Yahusha didn't come to do his own desire. He is the arm of redemption, the Word which is living, the life-giving Ruach, the substance, the exact representation of his Father. He is someone we need to receive to ourselves, and his works and his deeds are pointing at his Father, because by receiving him we have the same Ruach, we receive the same substance which shall do good works in us. We only the tools. So whoever claims that he is the brother or sister of Yahusha, you need to be one in Ruach. You need to receive Yahusha to yourself, because he is life-giving Ruach. He is not the same as your brothers and sisters from the flesh of dust. Humble yourself. Repent. Repent from your prideful ways. How dare you put yourself above and think of yourself that you're someone so special? Our flesh is not perfect. Yahusha's flesh is perfect, is divine. And before I leave, I'm going to read for you from Yohanan, John 6. I'm going to read a big chunk of this chapter for you, so you would not say, it does not say this or does say that. Verse 25. And having found him on the other side of the sea, they asked him, Rabbi, when did you come here? Yahusha answered them and said, Truly, truly, I say to you, you seek me, not because you saw signs, but because you ate of the loaves and were satisfied. Do not labor for the food that is perishing, but for the food that is remaining to everlasting life, which the Son of Adam shall give you. For the Father Elohim has set his seal on him. So they said to him, What should we do to work the works of Elohim? Yahusha answered and said to them, This is the work of Elohim, that you believe in him whom he sent. So they said to him, What sign then would you do, so that we see and believe you? What would you do? Our fathers ate the manna in wilderness, as it has been written, He gave them bread out of the heaven to eat. Therefore Yahusha said to them, Truly, truly, I say to you, Moshe did not give you the bread out of the heaven, but my Father gives you the true bread out of the heaven. For the bread of Elohim is he who comes down out of the heaven and gives life to the world. So they said to him, Master, give us this bread always. And Yahusha said to them, I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall not get hungry at all, and he who believes in me shall not get thirsty at all. But I said to you that you have seen me, and still do not believe. All that the Father gives me shall come to me, and the one who comes to me I shall by no means cast out. Because I have come down out of the heaven, not to do my own desire, but the desire of him who sent me. This is the desire of the Father who sent me, that all he has given me I should not lose of it, but should raise it in the last day. And this is the desire of him who sent me, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him should possess everlasting life, and I shall raise him up in the last day. Here he says, who sees the Son and believes in him. To believe in Yahusha, you need to receive him. Not only if you confess with your mouth, you need to have that in you. You need to have the treasure in you. The life-giving Ruach has to dwell in you and do the works in you. That's why belief without works is dead. Because Yahusha is the works of Elohim. And they should be, Yahusha shall manifest himself to you by the fruit and by the works in your vessel. Therefore the Yahudim were grumbling against him, because he said, I am the bread which came down out of the heaven. And they said, is not this Yahusha, the son of Yosef, whose father and mother we know? How is then that he says, I have come down out of the heaven? And this is the issue with you. You see him as your brother, that you, his sister, or that he is the same like you. And this is already blaspheming. Then Yahusha answered and said to them, do not grumble with one another. No one is able to come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up in the last day. It has been written in the prophets, and they shall all be taught by Yahweh. Everyone then who has heard from the Father and learned comes to me. Not that anyone has seen the Father except he who is from Elohim. He has seen the Father, and that's Yahusha. He is the one. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me possesses everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers ate the manna in the wilderness, and they died. This is the bread which comes down out of the heaven, so that anyone might eat of it and not die. I am the living bread which came down out of the heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he shall live forever. And indeed, the bread that I shall give is my flesh, which I shall give for the life of the world. The Yahudim therefore were striving with one another, saying, how is this one able to give us his flesh to eat? Yahusha therefore said to them, truly, truly, I say to you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Adam and drink his blood, you possess no life in yourselves. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood possesses everlasting life, and I shall raise him up in the last day. For my flesh is truly food, and my blood is truly drink. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood stays in me, and I in him. As his Father is with him one, and Yahusha stays in his Father, and his Father in him, so if you eat Yahusha's flesh and drink his blood, he will stay in you, and you in him. As the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so he who feeds on me shall live because of me. This is the bread which came down out of the heaven, not as your fathers ate the manna and died. He who eats this bread shall live forever. He said this in the congregation, teaching in Capernaum. Therefore many of his taught ones, having heard, said, this word is hard. Who is able to hear it? But Yahusha, knowing within himself that his taught ones were grumbling about this, said to them, does this make you stumble? What if you see the son of Adam going where he was before. It is the Ruach that gives life. The flesh does not profit at all. The words that I speak to you are Ruach and are life. Or you can say, which means the same, the life-giving Ruach. The flesh is the Ruach, and the blood is the life. This is for now. Peace to you. Peace be to you through YAHUSHA Messiah, who is the life-giving Ruach from his Father, Yahweh.